But since you were talking about annihilationism, I mean, I was looking it up on Wikipedia. What would you say it really means? I mean,
It means the wages of sin is death.
yes,
Cessation.
we already know that.
Yes,
We
but
know we're going to die.
here, will you give me a sec just to lay out what it is? So, like, the difference between there's three classic views on the doctrine of hell: eternal conscious torment, which is called traditionalism. It's also called traditionalism, but I would say it's mainly traditionalism in the West, post-Augustine. There's annihilationism or conditional immortality, and then there's universal reconciliation. Those are the three views on hell that people have had of various degrees and in different traditions throughout Christian history. Eternal conscious torment would read death in the New Testament like the wages of sin is death. What they say death is the death of your body, but the continuance of your soul and your conscious awareness to forever, for an infinite duration of time, being tormented forever.
Yes,
That's
eternal damnation or eternal bliss.
But it's conscious eternal torment. An annihilationist would say the wages of sin is death, is that, and they vary in the degrees of like how quick that is, but eventually, like, you cease to be. You are not eternally tormented forever. You cease being. You no longer exist.
How would they know? It's purely speculative, isn't it? I mean, the whole point of the afterlife is to encourage us to do the right thing. So if you've been a bad boy, expect eternal damnation. If you've been a good boy, expect eternal bliss.
But now you're zooming out. I'm just telling the difference between eternal conscious torment and annihilationism, which is what you initially asked.
Well, it seems to me that it's some people wanting to abolish the concept of hell.
No, this is what I mean. This is the kind of ignorance that I'm talking about, though, Claire. They affirm hell. Hell is where you go to receive capital punishment. The cessation, your punishment is your death, in the same way that someone who has capital punishment, the punishment is that they die. And then the annihilationists would just say your body and your soul is destroyed in hell. And they have
that's the atheist view, isn't it? Death is the end. We don't need to, fear eternal damnation if we're being bad boys and girls.
No, it's different. It's different. So I would say there's a spectrum. Within annihilationism, there are probably some annihilationists who would say that when your body physically dies, so does your soul, and you cease to exist.
That would be the atheist view.
Correct, Claire. Correct. But then there would also be...
why are Christians contemplating this possibility?
Claire,
to take the fear of hell away?
This is my problem, Claire. Do you want me to explain some of this stuff to you? Because you're always saying...
I'm just asking you. I mean, why would Christians want to adopt the atheist view of
I hadn't even
life and death?
Okay, within annihilationism, I told you there's a spectrum. I gave you one end of the spectrum. And then you started talking about how that's equated to atheists and why they would want to do that. I hadn't even told you, like, it's not a monolith. There are annihilationists also who believe that you are punished for a duration of time, same as capital punishment.
How would they know?
A lot of, they wouldn't, how do we know any of this stuff?
Speculating and wasting our time and causing confusion and making Christians atheists, basically. I mean, if you don't believe in the afterlife, well, then don't even bother saying you believe in God.
So Claire, you just want to assert things like it's obvious, and there's no nuance to the conversation. Obvious. Okay, what is hell?
It's a very unpleasant place that you go to and suffer eternal torment if you've been a bad person.
Does eternal mean an infinite duration of time?
Yeah.
So you are a traditionalist. You believe in eternal conscious torment.
Well, not necessarily. Okay, I'm agnostic, but if you have these concepts, that they were created in order to put the fear of God into people so that they obey the rules, right? I mean, that's the whole purpose.
I think that's part of it. Yeah.
Yeah, and if atheists or pseudo intellectuals say, oh, it doesn't really mean hell, it isn't that unpleasant. Oh, we'll see most of our friends there. Don't worry about it. Carry on sinning. You know,
But I don't think
there's an
think,
agenda to it, isn't there? When people say that.
I mean, potentially, but I don't think any of the people in that debate, they explicitly say that in the annihilation debate that I'm talking about, even though they have nuanced perspectives. I think it's two traditionalists and two annihilationists, and they all affirm what you just said. I, as a Christian universalist, would affirm what you said. Hell's bad. It's not great. You don't want to go there. It's not a good thing. You're not going to like it.
Well, this was a debate during the time of the Sadducees, who didn't believe in an afterlife.
Sure.
And they're extinct. So I think we can extract a moral lesson from not believing in an afterlife, because the whole point of believing in heaven and hell is to assist us in believing that good will be rewarded and evil punished in this life or the next. And if we don't believe in that, then we won't do the right thing.
Correct.
So the people putting these ideas in our head, like, oh, well, you know, maybe hell isn't that bad, we'll see our friends there, are kind of making us think like atheists and not stand up for any principle.
Okay, Claire, I want to get on to Adam for a second, but what I would just say, you're not steelmanning. Not myself nor anyone in the talk that I talked about are the things that you're criticizing. You're criticizing, like, the only person that I mentioned who you could even possibly be genuinely criticizing in an accurate way would be the one spectrum of the annihilationist who is equivalent to, like, the physicalist atheist that thinks the punishment is your soul dies identically when your body dies, and that's it. That's the end. That's the only person you could be legitimately criticizing, which is probably like 0.01 of who I'm talking about. So, like, when you do that, I don't know what you're doing. Like, why are you talking about 0.10%? Okay.
Because, okay, you don't want the answer, fine.
Well, no, you've already talked a lot. I want to let Adam talk, and I've already said you're not steelmanning, which is frustrating. Okay, Adam.
Well, good morning.